Students from St Anselm's. Blake and Richard Montgomery meet today on It's Academic. Hello everyone, I'm Hillary Howard and welcome to It's Academic, now in its 60th year and brought to you as it has been for more than 50 years by Giant Food. This is the seminal championship match. Each of these teams has already won 3 games. We started the year with 81 teams. We are now down to the final 3. It has been so exciting and fabulous to watch. The teams get to partake in $10,000 worth of scholarship money from Giant Food. Today's winner gets $5,000 for their school. The runners-up get $2,500 apiece for their schools. So let's meet these teams. We begin with St Anselm's Abbey School from Washington, D.C.
I'm Dash Tischler. I'm a junior at St Anselm's Abbey School, and I'm 17. In addition to It's Academic, I also play on the varsity soccer team.
I'm Michael Lynch. I'm a sophomore at St Anselm's. I'm 16, and outside of It's Academic, I like to swim.
Hello, my name's Eric Montesi. I'm a junior at St Anselm's. If it weren't for the pandemic, I would be a part of the St Anselm's fencing team.
All right, it's good to see you guys. Let's do this. We begin with this opening round. As you know, questions are worth 20 points. Nothing off for a wrong answer. Here we go. Legal vanilla. Look carefully and see if you can find in this tasty phrase the name of what Italian scientist who found that the legs of dead frogs would twitch when touched by an electric spark.
Isn't that Volta?
No, Galvin.
Galvin, you think?
Yeah.
All right, Galvin.
The answer is Galvani. Saving blank from drowning, so long and thanks for all the. Please fill in the blanks with what same word to complete the titles of books by Amy Tan and Douglas Adams.
I think that would be memory, guys.
No, it's fish.
Fish. Fish,
Yeah.
all right.
Fish is the answer. Nude plum. Rearrange the letters in this anagram and you'll name what type of swinging object found in many old clocks.
Pendulum.
Pendulum's correct. Dhaulagiri, Kanchenjunga, Aconcagua. Which of these mountains with jaw-breaking names is located in South America and is the highest peak on that continent?
Yeah, that would be Aconcagua.
And you would be right. Music is a higher revelation than philosophy. This was the philosophy of what great German composer who wrote 9 symphonies, the opera Fidelio, and died in 1827?
That would be Beethoven, guys.
Yes.
Beethoven.
Yeah.
Beethoven is right. St. Anselm's, you have 180 points. Let's meet the team from Blake High School in Silver Spring.
Hi, my name is Olivia Dupont. I'm a 17-year-old senior, and as this is my last year at It's Academic, I would like to thank everyone who's gotten me to this point over the last 4 years.
Hey, Theo, what's going on with you?
I'm a 16-year-old junior, and I would like to thank Giant Food for their continued support of this program. I want to give a big thank you to all of our frontline workers who have helped us get through the pandemic.
Hello, I'm Peter, and I'm a 17-year-old junior, and I'd like to thank our friends, families, and teachers for helping prepare us for today.
Here's your first question in the opening round. Omaha berries. Forget berries. Please find in this phrase the last name of what German scientist who invented and gave his name to a process to produce ammonia?
Conferring Haber.
Yes.
Final answer, Haber.
That is right. Light in blank the guns of. Please fill in the blanks with what same word to get the titles of books by William Faulkner and historian Barbara Tuchman.
Conferring August.
August.
Yes.
Final answer, August.
August it is. I gain army. The letters in this military phrase can be rearranged to name what kind of non-real complex number expressed in terms of the square root of a negative number.
Conferring imaginary.
Imaginary.
Final answer, imaginary.
Yeah, it's imaginary. Infinity theory, string theory, cell theory. Which of these theories was developed in the 19th century by Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwann?
Conferring string theory.
I think string theory.
Final answer, string theory.
No, it's cell theory. My destiny is solitude, and my life is work. This is a quote from what German composer whose life's work included such operas as Tristan and Isolde and Die Meistersinger?
Conferring Wagner.
Wagner.
Final answer Wagner.
Wagner is right. Blake, you've got 180 points. Now to Richard Montgomery High School from Silver Spring, Maryland.
My name is Abhinav Karthikeyan. I am a 18-year-old senior at Richard Montgomery. I'd like to thank our wonderful two co-sponsors, Dr. McDonald, as well as Ms. Gallen.
I'm Justin. I'm also an 18-year-old senior. I'd like to thank our opponents for coming out to play us today.
My name's Gus. I'm a 17-year-old junior, and I'd like to thank everyone here at It's Academic for putting on this season and letting us compete.
Here's the first question. Please find hidden in this phrase the last name of what Serbian-American inventor and engineer who was a leader in alternating current application?
Tesla. Final.
Tesla's right. Do androids dream of blank sheep? The blank Kool-Aid acid test. Please fill in the blanks here with what same word to get book titles by Philip K. Dick and Tom Wolfe?
Electric.
Electric? Yeah.
Electric. Final.
Electric's right. Yes, I'm a trend. You'll be trendy here if you rearrange these letters to name what basic type of rock that would include limestone and shale.
Sedimentary, probably.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Sedimentary. Final.
Sedimentary, it is. Jin, Manchu, Talabi. Which of these was an ancient Chinese dynasty that faced an uprising known as the Red Eyebrow Rebellion in 17 AD?
I think it's Manchu.
Manchu isn't a dynasty. It's like
No,
the
Qin. It's probably Qin.
Okay.
Qin. Final.
You're right, that's the one. The music is not in the notes, but in the silence in between. These are the words of what 18th century Austrian composer who wrote The Magic Flute and The Marriage of Figaro.
Mozart. Final.
Mozart, it is. Nicely done, Richard Montgomery, 200 points. Okay, teams, it's time for the picture perfect round. As you very well know, questions are worth 20 points up or down, 10 points off if you don't answer at all. Okay, St. Anselms, here's your first question. This is a self-portrait of what American artist whose last name sounds like a non-commissioned army officer?
Guys, I believe that'll be John Singer Sargent.
Yeah.
John Singer Sargent.
Yeah, you've got it. The worst thing that has happened to Lincoln since Booth shot him. This critic made a nasty comment about a biography of Lincoln written by what 20th century American poet whose poetry often focused on the city of Chicago?
I believe that's Carl Sandburg, guys. Carl Sandburg?
Yes, you're right. Nicely done. What is the positive value of x?
Guys, I think that's -3. Or no?
Need an answer?
-3?
Nah, it's 1/3.
Oh, right. That's my bad, guys.
Okay.
Afghanistan's Hindu Kush Mountains were crossed in 1398 by what T-initialed Mongol emperor, or conqueror rather, who claimed descent from Genghis Khan?
That's Tamerlane, guys.
Yes,
Tamerlane.
Tamerlane is right. St. Anselm's, 220 points. Blake, you're up for the picture perfect round. First clue. This is what mythical Greek who solved the riddle of the Sphinx but couldn't figure out his real parentage and accidentally married his mom.
Conferring
Oedipus.
Oedipus. Yeah. Final answer Oedipus.
Yeah, poor Oedipus. Ooh. The cook was a good cook, as cooks go, and as cooks go, she went. This remark comes from British author H.H. Munro, who is better known by what pseudonym that sounds like Japanese wine?
Conferring Saki.
Saki.
Final answer Saki.
Yep, it's Saki. What is the greatest common divisor of these three numbers?
Conferring. Would 24 work?
I don't know.
Or 12?
Need an answer?
Final answer 12.
Nah, it's half that. Final answer is 6.
Okay.
Okay.
This is what French statesman who, in 1927, collaborated with U.S. Secretary of State Frank Kellogg on a pact to outlaw war.
Conferring Briand.
Brand.
Final answer Briand.
Yes, it is. Nicely done, Blake. 220 points. Okay, Richard Montgomery, time for the picture perfect round. First question. The adult stage of jellyfish is named for what mythical Gorgon who was killed by Perseus?
Medusa.
Justin, can you speak louder? I can't read.
Medusa. Can you guys hear me?
Medusa. Final.
That's the right answer. Every man is entitled to be valued by his best moments. This view was expressed by what 19th century American poet and essayist, whose best works include Concord Hymn?
Emerson?
Yeah, I think it's Emerson.
Emerson final.
Yep, it's Emerson. Nice. What is the horizontal asymptote for the curve given here?
So,
Negative 1/6.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
right.
Negative 1/6 final.
No, the answer is 3.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Ironically, April 13th was the birthday of both Thomas Jefferson and this man. What British prime minister in office during the American Revolution?
Lord North?
Lord North.
Okay.
Lord North final.
Yeah, it's Lord North. Nicely done, Richard Montgomery, 240 points. As you guys already know, this is the championship match, so these teams have done extraordinary work all year, and there's a whole crew helping them out behind the scenes. Dash, introduce us to them.
We've got our coaches, Ms. Dunleavy and Mr. Achilles, here with us today. Ms. Dunleavy is our school librarian, and Mr. Achilles is one of our history teachers. In fact, Eric and I are in his AP US history class right now. And then Sarah, our alternate, has also come with us. And of course, back at school, there are all the other kids who've practiced with us and have worked so hard this year for the club.
Well, great to have you, Mr. Achilles and Ms. Dunleavy. Thanks so much. And thank you, Sarah. It's great having you all here. And now, of course, we're on to the packet round. In this round, questions are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. If you get all the questions right, there's that wonderful 25-point bonus. Here's the first question. Alexander Cartwright, who was the fire chief of Honolulu from 1850 until 1863, is better remembered as the father of what sport? Whose I'm sorry?
Sorry, that's baseball, guys. I thought we were stopping there.
Baseball fan, Dash?
Yeah.
Yes, it's baseball. In an effort to increase readership of its annual defense report, a comic book version was once issued in what country where manga comics originated?
Japan. That would be Japan.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah, Japan. Here's your science question. Zoospore, zygote, genome. Which of these terms identifies a ciliated or flagellated plant spore?
That'll be zoospore, guys.
Yeah.
Zoospore?
You've got it. Historians have not devoted much ink to the Battle of Inkerman, which took place in what 1850s war on a Black Sea peninsula?
That'll be the Crimean War.
That seems like.
Yep.
Yes, it would be. A fictional British warship called the Indomitable is commanded by Captain Vere in what Herman Melville novel about a young, stammering sailor?
I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Not Moby Dick, I don't think. Maybe it is Moby Dick. Moby Dick.
Just guess it.
The answer is Billy Budd.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
You knew that. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as an integer.
That'll be 3, guys.
300.
Yeah. No, 3.
Yeah, that'll be
right?
3.
3 it is. With a force of only 200 soldiers, what Revolutionary War hero managed to capture Vincennes from the British in 1779?
Oh, I think that might be Lafayette. I'm going to say Lafayette, yeah.
Nah, it's George Rogers Clark, but well done, St Anselm's. You have 320 points. There's a whole team here today helping cheer Blake on. Olivia, who's with you?
Hi, so today I have with me our coach, Mr. Caulfield, our assistant coach, Mr. Kalina, our alternate, Zach, and our principal, Mr. Sinclair.
Really nice to have you, Mr. Caulfield, Mr. Kalina, Mr. Sinclair, and Zach. Let's get into this packet round. Here's your first question. In Longfellow's poem Hiawatha, there's a spirit who assumes the form of what flat-tailed rodent noted for its ability to build dams?
Conferring beaver.
Beaver.
Final answer, beaver.
Yeah, the beaver. The outer layer of the earth is given what name that also identifies the outer layer of a loaf of bread?
Conferring crust.
Crust.
Final answer, crust.
Yes, it is crusty, the earth. Here's your science question. An acid, a salt, a base. When sodium reacts with water and liberates hydrogen, which of these is the resulting compound?
Conferring a salt.
I
think so, yeah.
All right, final answer, salt.
No, it's a base. Next question. To bring good luck, It's traditional to tie a key around the neck of a baby born among what K-initialed ethnic people, many of whom live in Iraq and Turkey.
Conferring the Kurds.
Kurds.
Final answer, Kurds.
You got it, it's the Kurds. A century after Harriet Beecher Stowe wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin, a book called Uncle Tom's Children was written by what author who wrote about his own childhood in the South in a memoir titled Black Boy?
Conferring right.
Right.
Final answer, right.
You've got it right. Richard Wright. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as an integer.
Conferring 32.
Okay. Final answer, 32.
Yeah, it's 32. Well done. If you went for a dip in Lake Dal, you'd be in what northern region of India linked to Jammu, that is the subject of a dispute between India and Pakistan?
Conferring Kashmir.
Kashmir.
Final answer, Kashmir.
Yeah, you got it, Blake. It's Kashmir. You've got 340 points. Let's meet the team behind the Richard Montgomery team. Abhinav, who's with you?
Hi, so with me today are our two wonderful co-sponsors, Dr. McDonald and Miss Gallen, as well as our wonderful principal, Mr. Monteleone.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mr. McDonald, Ms. Gallen, and Mr. Monteleone. Let's get into this packet round and see what you've got. Here's the first question. The deepest place in the Atlantic Ocean is a trench sharing what same name with the Caribbean island that's a U.S. Commonwealth?
Mariana, right?
Yeah.
Mariana.
No, it said Atlantic Island. It said Atlantic.
Isn't the
Yeah,
Mariana?
the Mariana
Trench?
Islands.
No, it's Atlantic
It's
Ocean.
Mariana. Come on. Mariana direct. Final.
No, Abhinav
Really?
was onto it. It was the
Guys.
Puerto
Yeah,
Rican trench.
guys, come on.
A movie about lycanthropy would feature a man who, during the full moon, becomes what sort of creature with the teeth and fur of a wild animal?
Werewolf.
Yeah, it's a werewolf. Here's your science question. Newton's third law of motion, Bernoulli's principle, gravitational interaction. Because there is virtually no air in space, which of these applies to aircraft but is not needed for spacecraft design?
I think it's Bernoulli. That has something to do with air currents around wings.
Yeah, go with it.
Bernoulli's principle, final.
That is right.
Nice.
It wasn't until the 19th century that Japan mustered a national army independent of what powerful feudal class of warriors?
The samurai.
The samurai.
It's just samurai.
Final.
Yep, samurai it is. Indian skeletons found at the site of Fort Henry in New York provide evidence of the massacre described in what novel by James Fenimore Cooper?
Lost in the Mohicans. Final.
Yes, Last of the Mohicans. Here's your math question. What is the next number in this sequence?
25. Final.
25 it is. With the words, "You are banished from our jurisdiction," the Massachusetts Bay Colony in 1637 expelled what woman who then helped found the Rhode Island colony?
Anne Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Anne Hutchinson. Final.
Anne Hutchinson is correct. Nicely done, Richard Montgomery, 360 points. Okay, everybody, it is time for the lightning round. In this round, you've got 45 seconds to answer as many as 10 questions. Questions are worth 20 points up or down. Nothing off if you pass or fail to answer. All right, St. Anselms, here we go. All your answers must begin with the letter I. In 3, 2, 1. This condition is the inability to sleep.
Insomnia.
Yes, this league of universities includes Harvard and Yale.
Ivy League.
Yes, this lake is the source of the Mississippi River.
Oh, all right, pass.
Pass.
Itasca, this is what the I stands for in FBI.
Intelligence.
Investigation.
Yes, this is the tiny helicopter NASA sent to Mars.
Ingenuity.
Yeah, ingenuity.
Yes, he wrote Rip Van Winkle.
Irving.
Yes, this is Alaska's major annual dog sled race.
Iditarod.
Yes, Cotton Mather's father had this first name.
Innocent?
No, increase. Freud divided the mind into ego, superego, and the id, which I know you knew. St. Anselm's fabulous job today and all season long. You have 420 points. Okay, Blake, it's your turn for this lightning round. Here we go. All your answers must begin with the letter I. In 3, 2, 1. There are 2.54 centimeters in this unit of measurement. Yes, this is the scientific study of fish.
Ichthyology?
Yes, this sea borders the west coast of Greece.
Ionian?
Yes,
Ionian.
Deb Haaland is the current secretary
Interior?
of
Interior?
Yes, it's interior. This is the ring-shaped membrane around the pupil of your eye.
Iris?
Yes, The Wild Duck is a work by this Norwegian
Ibsen?
playwright.
Ibsen.
Yes, 9/4 is an example of this type of fraction.
Improper.
Proper.
Yes, this is the two-letter name of one of Jupiter's moons.
Io.
Yeah, this large green lizard has a spiny crest on it.
Iguana?
Yes, Tehran is the capital of this
Iran?
country.
Iran.
Yeah, with 6 seconds to spare, Blake.
Okay.
And that is a lightning round record. This may be the lightning round, but you were clearly on fire, making up 200 points in that round. You now have a score of 540 points. Really well done. Are you ready, Richard Montgomery? Time for the lightning round. Here we go. All your answers must begin with the letter I. In 3, 2, 1. Julius Caesar should have stayed home on this date, this March.
Ides
date.
of March.
Yes, Shakespeare often used this type of pentameter
Iambic
verse.
pentameter.
Iambic pentameter.
Yes, this is another name for the anvil bone in the middle ear.
Pass.
Incus, this is a narrow strip of land between two
Isthmus.
larger. Yes, this word describes Hawaii's annual triathlon.
Skip.
Iron Man, this is an economic problem of rapidly rising prices.
Inflation.
Yes, this antelope can jump a 10-foot-high barrier.
Ibex.
No, impala. This word refers to the finger next to your thumb.
Index.
Index.
Yes, FDR said that the date of the Pearl Harbor
Infamy.
attack would. Yes, Dublin is the capital of this
Ireland.
country. Yes. That was the buzzer, but you got Ireland in there. Richard Montgomery, 480 points. Well done as always. And the scores are now official. We begin with St Anselm's Abbey School from Washington, D.C. St Anselm's gets a $2,500 scholarship from Giant Food. Dash, Michael, and Eric, 420 points. From Rockville's Richard Montgomery High School, getting $2,500 in scholarship money from Giant Food. Abhinav, Justin, and Gus, 480 points. And coming back for the intercity game tonight, Blake High School, Olivia, Theo, and Peter, 540 points, $5,000 in scholarship money from Giant Food, and this is Blake's 5th DC championship in my 10 years of hosting the show. That's pretty unbelievable, guys. So well done. Please make sure you stick around for the intercity game tonight here on NBC4 at 7 o'clock when we have Blake, the Baltimore champion, and the Central Virginia champion. It'll be a wonderful match. See you then, everybody. It's been a great season. Bye.